Looking, Still Looking. He played with Still Looking to the end of his days, and he blew a beautiful bebop horn, and his irreverent style of play really just drove the bands that he played with, and elevated everything to classic, freestyle jazz. So we really, we loved Franco, and we really missed that. So we're gonna have a few people come up. I just want to. I'm gonna ask those of you who would like to speak to come up after we have a couple of speakers that we have lined up, but then there'll be an open mic, and if you have any anecdotes or stories that you want to share, we'd love that. Management asked me to ask everyone to turn off, silent their phones. But, I have anecdotes, I have stories, I've got stories. But, what I thought I'd do rather than tell stories is I have a passage here that I'm going to read to you all. This is from Franco's unauthorized biography. And I know it's a shock to the family, but we're still negotiating with HarperCollins. But I just want to read this. And, we all love Franco. He had that real irreverent sense about him, and he always was just, certain facets of life just really tickled him, and he was the first to have a sardonic or a sarcastic remark on certain, cultural moments. And so this passage comes from an era, I believe it was when he was on the road with the Myopics. I think it was before my time. But this passage has to do with a certain encounter he had with a guru of the era. And some claim it was the Bhagwan, others say it was Tim Leary. We're not sure who it was, but I just want to read this passage from the unauthorized biography of Franco Dunlap. The mystery man came over, and he said, "I'm out of sight." He said for a nominal service charge I could reach Nirvana tonight. If I was ready, willing, and able to pay him his regular fee, he would drop all the rest of his pressing affairs and devote the rest of his attention to me. With the oil of Aphrodite and the dust of the Grand Wazoo, he said, "You may not believe this, little fella, but it can cure your asthma too." To which Franco replied, and I quote, "Look here, brother, who you jiving with that cosmic debris?" Now, at this point, stories differ, but at this point, I was told that he leaned into the guru and whispered in his ear, "Now, is that a real poncho or is that a Sears poncho?" And so Franco admonished, "Look here, brother, who you jiving with that cosmic debris? Don't you know you could make more money as a butcher? So don't you waste your time on me. Don't waste it. Don't waste your time on me." That'll be published soon, but I just thought I'd give you a brief excerpt from his biography. All right, thank you. So.